As the faculty worked on the menu of courses for the new curriculum, we were on the lookout for ways we could show the connections between things like biblical studies, theology, history, and the concrete practices of ministry. This commitment shines through the curriculum in a variety of ways. 2 examples. Exploring Christian Worship is a course all students take in their first year of study. It's taught in small cohorts of about 8 students each, and each cohort will study a different dimension of Christian worship. Maybe one will focus on the sacraments, another on music and visual art in worship, another on prayer, and so forth. And that focus will be considered in a variety of ways and in a variety of settings. If the focus is prayer, for example, we would look at biblical texts that describe or enact prayer. We would wonder about the theological assumptions that are embedded in how we speak to God and what we ask of God. We would explore the varieties of ways Christians have prayed in different times and places. We would consider the ethical implications of who and what we pray about. We would head out into local churches and other ministry settings to investigate how people pray in diverse contexts today, and we would craft some prayers of our own. The course is designed to meet students where they are, connecting to something all of them have already experienced one way or another: worshiping God. One of the things I love about it is the way students will teach each other and their instructors by sharing their perspectives and experiences of worship. Another moment in the curriculum where integration and experience are central is related to field work. Field education has always been a critical component of the MDiv program at PTS, but we wondered how we could better integrate field work with coursework in theology, pastoral care, preaching, contextual analysis, biblical studies, and missional leadership. Our response to this challenge took the form of a year-long field education course, which students take alongside their field ed placement in their middler year. This course draws on the field education site as a learning laboratory, a place where discoveries are made and then shared back on campus to enrich the learning of all. So when you're studying about the nature and activity of Jesus Christ in your required theology course, for example, you will also be investigating what sort of local Christology is present in your field education site, sharing your findings in the classroom. How do people talk about Jesus and what Jesus does in this particular place? How does that relate to wider conversations about who Jesus is in other times and places? How would knowing the local Christology shape how you might teach, preach, lead, and listen in this context? In this way and so many others, there will be constant interaction between classroom and context, breaking down perceived barriers between learning and doing, reflection and action, faith and practice. Ministry happens right at that intersection, and that's where our new curriculum takes us, again and again. I hope you'll join us.